attachments. So I use a little different one. When he's done, I'm gonna steal that one because we've cheated and put a valve on it, so I don't have to run in and out of the boat to do this. But basically,
you have to flush both.
Yeah, there's one on each side.
Okay.
So therefore, each engine.
Okay.
So it's pretty dummy proof. That's what I like about Yamaha. They make this pretty intelligent. So it's got little knobs on it. So it only goes in one direction.
Yep.
And you have to push and twist to the right. Righty, tighty, lefty, loosey. When it's in, if you left it like that, you can introduce air into the cooling system. But when it's out, it's all closed off. So even if somebody doesn't put these little caps on, you're not doing anything wrong. Just don't leave this thing in. But that's how we're going to flush it, one each side. And it is a opposite from everything else that somebody would ever run. So don't let anybody tell you how to flush your jet boat who doesn't own a jet boat, because they have no idea. The engine gets its cooling water from water moving through the jet passages.
Yep.
So it's a direct drive. When the engines are running, the shaft's spinning, the impeller's spinning, and we're pushing water out there. How we keep the boat in floating and staying in one spot is all in the shift to keep it in neutral. Once the engines are on, the impeller's moving, water's moving, there's a little passage in the jet pump that water comes up and then goes through the motor, and there's a little telltale outside so we can see that water's pumping. So when you go to flush, we have to recreate that scenario. So on the trailer here, we'll actually fire the boat up first, then turn the water on. And when we're all done, we're going to shut the water off, then shut the boat off. Totally opposite than anybody else with a prop, because they have a rubber impeller that needs water as soon as you start the boat up, otherwise it burns the rubber impeller up. We don't have rubber things here. So, like in the salt water, if you guys are going to flush this, it's a little counterintuitive because the boat's in the water. So you're going to fire the boat up, and yes, you're going to be sucking salt water through, but you're going to push fresh water in there as well. And there's a chemical inside that can show you that you should run once in a while too. It goes down and it neutralizes the salt to take it out. When you're up on the trailer here, it's like how we flush everything else, the water will circulate. But in the water, if you flushed it, it's just like when Volvo introduced their Nutrisalt system. It was designed for big boats that stayed in the water. Yes, you're sucking in salt water, but this blue chemical goes in and does its neutralizing of the salt, and technically when it goes all through, it's fresh water on the way out. So it would do the same thing. You can flush this at the dock. Obviously, you're going to be sucking in a little bit of salt water, but you're going to push fresh water as well. But
how long do you flush?
5-10 minutes. It's not really anything crazy. It doesn't take very long for the water to rotate through.